What's going on now? I see you all real fishermen. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Strong Freak, I see you. Water Smart Detailing. What's going on? Just got a zero turn, man. That's dope. Go ahead and slap that like button. I see y'all. What kind of zero turn did you get? Randy, what's going on, man? I gotta get with you, Randy, this Sunday. Checking out some policies for upcoming jobs. Cub Cadet. Okay. RTZ. What kind of engine you got on? You got a Kawasaki or a Kohler on those Cub Cadets? Just got off work. Okay. Had a hood cleaning job. Okay. Kawasaki. Okay. Shouts out to the new wave. I see you, Randy. It's been going good. We've been getting a lot of rain, so I've been really playing catch up lately. Been getting a lot of rain. I see you, Randy. Yeah, man. I'm rained so much, man. It rained Monday and Tuesday heavily. So I've been catching up. Yeah, everything's going good over here, man. It's just I see you, Tom Stokes. Everything's going good, man. I just been playing catch up, man. I went out of town last week, so I went out of town. I left Thursday, Friday, Saturday, came back Sunday. So I'm just, I've been Monday. I spent catching up from Thursday and Friday. Tuesday, I was catching up for Monday and Tuesday. Then today, I was catching up for Wednesday and Tuesday. So I just been I've been mowing a lot. What's going on, Dewan Jones? I see. Okay, I see you, Strong Freak. What do you do again, Strong Freak? Is it landscaping or lawn care detailing? Got your first maintenance client. My first year doing this. Okay. What's going on, Grassology? I see you. Okay. I see you, Strong Freak. Oh, come on, man. I touch money every day, man. Every day. I touch some type of money every day. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big, but I touch cash every day, man. Whether it's a check or actual cash or the debit card swipe or AdSense from YouTube, I get paid every day, man. Touch cash every day. Yeah, you're right. Let's see, Dewan Jordan Robinson. What's going on, big dog? How can you stand out when more your first lawn, your first? How can you stand out? You mean stand out as far as other people seeing you? You mean like stand out above over the other lawn care providers? Is that what you're saying? All real fishermen? Oh, well, the number one thing is do good work. Do good work. What makes me stand out is my edging. Edging. I mean, a lot of people, um, especially the women, they'll say, "Yeah, I chose you because I just love the way you edge. Whatever you good at, whatever you good at, you wanna make that stand out, basically." There's other ways to stand out. I mean, you can get a truck wrap, t-shirts, loud color t-shirts. Just it's so many things. You gotta get real creative. And y'all, excuse me, guys. I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna be on here long, so I'm kind of, I'm not as energetic as I usually be. I'm just tired. Just been that's what I hate about going out of town. And I hate that about going out of town because like when you come back, you got a lot of stuff waiting on you. But I enjoy myself. Anthony Alanis, right, going that extra mile. Well, actually, I don't know what I was thinking with the title. Actually, the title of this video, I'm gonna have to change it. Because actually, I don't even know how to change it from here. But the title of my video is actually, that's going to be a video that I'm actually working on. The title, I said, that's just how tired I am. The title that I put up there. Oh, I just went to Columbus, Georgia. We had my wife's had a family reunion, so I just went shot down in Columbus, Georgia. Went to Atlanta. Went to we went ran through Atlanta a little bit. Went through the Lenox Mall, saw some celebrities. I saw Young Ma. Uh, who else did I see? I saw a couple other people, man. I just can't remember right now. But I definitely remember seeing Young Ma. But actually, after this video post up, I'll change the title because I can't change it now. But actually, the title should be uh, "Time." Time is the new currency, and that should be the title of the chat. But what I could do is just go ahead and just make the video on time is the new currency and do the chat on seek to understand. And that's probably what I'm gonna have to do anyway. It's probably that's the reason why it happened. So I'm just gonna roll with it. We got 13 people in here. I see you guys. Go ahead and slap that like button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I see some new names in the chat or some names I hadn't seen in a while. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all decided to come here and kick it with old A&A. Oh, I appreciate you. I'm glad I can help you, all real fishermen. And I'm not so as much like it may come off on my videos that I'm just like giving out advice, which it is in a way, but it's more of I'm pretty much like documenting what I'm going through, and I just put it out, and I put it out as advice, but it's actually what I'm actually going through at the time, or something I'm thinking about or have already gone through, and I'm just sharing it with you guys because I really think that just people sharing their experiences can actually help people, and you can avoid mistakes. Kirk, I see you, Kurt. Appreciate you, man. What's going on, Danny Guzman? I see you. Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself? I see you, Danny. Well, Danny talking that talk. Must have had a good day, man. DeWan Jones. I see you, man. Yeah, the family's doing great, man. Ashton's up there harassing his mama now. Yeah, mama's boy. He up there harassing her now. Well, let me go ahead and get started, man. But title is Seek to Understand. And yeah, seek to understand. Um, One thing that I've always tried, I always try to do, and I'm usually successful. Sometimes I'm not. But whether I agree or disagree with someone, or no matter how crazy something sounds or how crazy something looks, I always try to understand. I always try to seek to understand. If you get what I'm saying, if you guys get what I'm saying, um, I've been running across certain. I see you, Shimmer and Rise. What's going on? I've been running into lately until this, and I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say an ethnic group. I'm not gonna say which ethnic group, but I've been running across this ethnic group quite a lot lately, and they love to solicit your business. They love to. I'm not gonna say solicit. They love to patronize your business, or they love to. They just love hiring people like us. Lawn care, pressure washing, mobile detailing. They love it. But the thing is that they love to negotiate. They love to negotiate, and I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but it seems like every time I run across this particular ethnic group, that they always want to negotiate price. So I don't know, is that it has to be a part of the culture. It has to be. Um, I mean, I don't agree with it because that's my price is my price, but it's something that I've been trying to understand, but I haven't been able to understand, get information to understand because I don't know how to go by asking those people. I don't know how to go back asking them, why is that without being offensive. I don't know. But that's one thing I would like to understand, because once you can understand something, then you can deal with it. You can finagle your way through it. You can navigate through it once you understand it. I've noticed a lot of people, man, and I see it all over. My personal life, YouTube. I see it everywhere I go. That people just are so quick to judge, and are so quick to dismiss things they don't understand, and just write it off as this person doesn't know what they're doing, or this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Uh, a big thing that I hear a lot on, especially here on YouTube, is prices. How much this person charge, how much that person charges, and all that type of stuff. When when if you ask everybody here where they're from, I mean, you got people as far as California, and as far as New York, New Jersey. You got people in Iowa, Idaho, uh, Houston. all parts of Texas. You got people all over it, so the prices are going to be different. So I just don't understand why everybody is so that's just like a big deal. If someone wants to charge $25 for a basic wash, okay, are you asking that person questions? Are you asking them what does that include? Is that the outside only? Is that the outside or the inside? Are you wiping anything down? Is that just a wash and vacuum? Like what is it? But they don't try to understand. They just, oh, $25, that's just too that's not enough. And then another thing is that you don't understand the person's strategy. Did you ask them like, what is this? Is this a strategy? Is this a promotion? Is this a deal? Like, what is it? They so quick to, just because they don't understand it and that's not what they agree with and that's not what they do, they want to put the person down that's doing it. And that's just something that just boggles me. Well, you know what? No, it don't boggle me because now I've also did my research on that, and I did my research on just just people in general. My biggest thing is I love to just sit there and just research people and observe people, and I just love just trying to understand why you think the way you think. Why did this person do this? Why? I'm that's what I'm always thinking about. Even if you look at the big businesses, what's going on with Vision Service Care? If you look at the big businesses, they have a department called research and development. And what they do is they go out and they do research, whether it be customers. I mean, they research uh, how much women shop, what do women buy, age group, ethnic group, male, female, all this type of stuff. Black, white, Hispanic, Indian, they look at everything. And they got it to the point where they know how much this group of people are making, how much this section is spending. They know all this, and you need to know that information. They seek to understand, because when you understand people, then you can sell things to them. When you understand people, and you know what they need, and when you know what they need, all you have to do is provide it, and that's how you get rich. And I don't see a lot of that going on. I just see a lot of people basically. It's like everybody is trying to kick out knowledge, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, but it's like I don't really see a lot of people trying to understand, like, why this person do what he do. Because if you watching someone's YouTube channel, you watching someone's YouTube channel and they're doing something a certain way, and you may feel it's the wrong way or that it's not the right way, but instead of criticizing the person, you might want to ask them, why are you doing it that way? Because you never know, you may learn something because that person may know something that you don't know. You know, but it was just something I was just thinking about. You know, hey Ashton, hey, you bring me some tea. Put a little lemon. You sure? Hey, you bring me some of the what else in there? What else in there? That orange stuff? Yeah, give me some of that. Different perspectives, right? And because I was watching Shimmer and Rod's video. Sherman Rise, he just did was that a Dodge, like a Dodge Fluid Drive? I mean, it was sweet. So old school, like a maybe a was that a 50s or a 60s model? But it was a super old school. And when he got done with that car, when he got done with that vehicle, it looked amazing. But when I was watching him do the vehicle, I didn't understand nothing he was doing. I'm like, what is he doing? But when he got done, he got to the same result. You know, my question would be, why did you use that method? And try to understand why does he do what he do? But the vehicle came out great, man. Y'all check out Sherman Rod's video. But the car came out amazing, interior and all. But I see, like when you go in the comment section, you got people trying to tell you how to do your job, or that's not right, do it this way, use this, go buy that, do this, do that. And nobody asked them anything. Nobody asked that person for advice. You just got people jumping in, putting their input in. And most of the time, man, you can learn a lot and just sit back and observe, man. You got two eyes, two ears, but one mouth. Seek understanding, man. Seek to understand is what I'm saying. Exactly. I see you, Paul Rhodes. Exactly. You gotta, it's funny to me, man. You know, I mean, people have been. I mean, I don't care how old you are. You be 50, 60, 70 years old. They were washing cars before you. There's somebody, you got a lot of people, who have a lot of experience, who's been in the game for a long time, but there's somebody that has more experience than the person that has more experience. And people can always learn from each other. I remember when I interviewed Miranda from Miranda Detailing. I interviewed him, and him and his wife, was going out detailing cars, and they was using I think Groupon or Living Social, where you sell these vouchers and they hack your prices in half and all that. And these guys was basically doing details for $25 in Virginia. And I mean, he's doing really good now. I mean, I looked at his website. He's totally did away with standard details. He starts at a full detail. You know, my thing is, I I can read a book and comprehend. Roadside, mobile, move, and watch. I see. I can. I can read a book and comprehend. I can watch a video and comprehend and pick up stuff that way. But I learn, man, the best when it's hands on. Or I learn a lot from mistakes. I mean, it makes me so much better when I make a mistake. Now I understand why I have to. You. That's some understanding for you right there. I understand why I got to do it a certain way now, especially when I make a mistake. You know. Now, would I like to avoid the mistake? Yes, but I always learn from being hands on. I learn the best from being hands on, and I don't care how many times you watch a video. I don't care. How many books you read. Until you experience it, it's not the same. It's not the same. I went to college. I got my bachelor's and I got my master's in business. And I remember all them terms being thrown around in class and all the stuff, thrown around in class. And but now that I'm out here conducting a business, running a business, I'm starting to understand those terms more. Right. Yeah, Eric Jones is a good guy. We interviewed him as well. And it seemed like when all the interviews that I've done, I haven't done that many, but the ones that I've done, it seems that the majority of everybody started out the same way. It's kind of you know starting out small and building their way up, little by little. But that's the thing, man. When if big companies are spending millions and millions of dollars on research and development, I mean, you can pull up these companies' numbers. Especially if you guys are own any stocks or shareholders in any companies, they release their reports like every quarter or whatever. You can actually see where they spend their money at, and the most of the money is going to be spent in advertising and research and development. And research and development is their way of going out to understand what's going on. They want to understand their customers, and when they want to get to know their customers and get to know the people around, so they can know what to sell them and how to sell them and how to run their customer service and what products to come up with and how to make the products better, how to be more efficient, all this type of stuff. And they spend money for this. One of my lawn care clients, he just collects data for companies. He collects data, and I mean it's all types of stuff. Uh, and my thing is, if you're trying to be a business, and if you're trying to run a business, That's something that you want to do. You want to seek to understand. You know, I mean, even when it comes to your work, why do you have to polish a car? Why do you have to compound? Why do you have to clay it? A lot of people just, and I'm not saying in the detailed community on YouTube. I'm pretty sure everybody knows why, but you got some people that don't know why. They just claim it because they see G Works claim. They claim because they see Shimmer Rise claim. They just say clay. It decontaminates the paint. Okay, they don't. It's a lot of people that's out here probably doing real good work, but and don't know why. Exactly. Never stop learning. When you think you know it all, you're in trouble. Right. as a child, man, that's why as a child you learn so much in such a short period of time. They say that I forgot what they called it, but from when a child is like, I want to say maybe 2 or 3, or even when they're born up until they're like 10, they can learn so much because it's something at the time that the brain is just so alive, and it can just soak everything in. That's why at that age you can teach kids like 2 or 3 different languages, you know, because you got kids that are like 5 or 6 years old can speak English and Spanish, you know, speak their native language and English all at the same time. And the older you get, it just goes downhill from there. And kids, if you notice, if you guys have kids when they're so young, they're always asking, why? Daddy, why? Daddy, why? What's that? Why? And they're trying to understand. They're they're just a sponge, just soaking it all up. And we need to go back to that. We need to go back to trying to understand why this is the way it is. And I'm talking about that's with everything, with life, your personal life, your business, all of that, man. You want to seek to understand, because I look at the comment section, people say a lot of stupid stuff. They said a lot of stupid stuff, and they just took the time and just sat there and just listened and watched, pay attention, try to see what's going on. They wouldn't have said that, you know. Educating yourself or whatever you're doing for work, sex, frustration, all the kids. Right. What's going on, Malik? I see you. But yeah, that's what I'm on today. Understanding. And that's what I want you guys to do, man. I want you guys to just go out there, seek to understand, man. Don't be so quick to judge others. You got a guy that's doing something you don't understand and it bothers you that bad, or you that concerned or that interested. Instead of trying to teach this person something, ask him why is he doing that first. And you never know, you may learn something. Or you still may not agree, but you're gonna understand. And it helps you deal with it better. Yeah, I see you, G Works. And it allows you, when you understand something, it allows you to have sympathy and empathy for people, you know, whether you agree or not. And see, that's the thing. Everybody has their own perspective, everybody has their own way that they do things. And we're not going to agree all the time. But if you sit down and get some understanding, both of you guys can understand each other, then y'all can make something happen. Because if you understand where he's coming from and understand what he wants, and he can understand where you're coming from, and understand what that person wants, then y'all can meet at the common ground and make something happen. Exactly. Exactly. I see you, Water Smart Detailing. Exactly. Yeah, I see you, real all real fisherman, but I'm not gonna. I'm not really talking about like actually work. I mean, we can. I'm not really talking about that today. Call Pro installs. I see. Yeah, yeah. I'm not ignoring you, all real fisherman, but I'm not gonna be talking about but I'm gonna stick to the title of the chat. But um, that's the thing, me, I'm more of don't get me wrong. I love the work. I love to make lawns look good. I love to make cars look good. But I'm always thinking of trying to be better up here because everything starts from up here. Everything. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good of a detailer, how good of a lawn care, how good whatever you're doing. I don't care how good you are. If this up here ain't right, and what comes out of here ain't right, you, it don't matter how good you are. It's a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of, you know, awesome people out there, man. It's a lot of talented people out there. It's a lot of people that can draw, that are artists, that can build anything, but they can't stop drinking, or they don't know how to talk to people, or they're negative. You know, they're always getting into it with somebody. People don't want to be around that. You know what I'm saying? So get you some understanding. Trust me, it'll help a whole lot. And that was a very good example, Water Smart Detailing. Because when you understand what you're doing, and like he said, there was a whole science behind it that he had no idea. When we deal with the stain, when we deal with the stain, we're trying to suck it up or rub it out or scrub it out, and that's just what we was taught. That's what we was taught. But when you say, okay, hold on, let me understand. I mean, certain fabrics, you gotta use a certain method. Certain fabrics hold on to dirt. It's and you know by him studying the science behind it and understanding it, he's 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 pretty good. The guy, I mean, the Water Smart Detailing, it sends me something, man. At least once a week, sometimes more. I'm probably being modest. He probably sends me maybe twice a week. He sends me something, and man, this stuff he be doing is amazing. The stuff he's doing, y'all check him out on Instagram. The stuff he's doing is amazing, man. And that'll make you stand out under actually understanding what you're doing, why you're doing it, why you're going to use this method versus this method. I see you, man. I see you all real fisherman. Yeah, yeah. Y'all check Water Smart Detailing on Instagram. I don't know if he makes any. I don't even know if you make YouTube videos. I've never checked your channel, but He's doing a lot of amazing things, man. He sends me some on Instagram. Man, he's all over my feed all the time, man. I'll be, I may not hit the like button or whatever, but I see it, and he's doing some amazing stuff, and he's it seems that he understands what he's doing. You have a few videos, okay, okay, but he's doing a real good job out there, man, and like I said, that's where that comes from. A lot of people, man, and it's hard, man, and it's time consuming. It's time consuming when you have to sit there and try to figure things out, and we don't have time to sit down, like just like I was watching before I went live. I was watching Eric Jones video, and in the video he was talking about uh that he goes to the library. I mean, not to the library. He goes to a used bookstore. He spends like $30 on books every other week, and how he says that he likes to study psychology. And if you study psychology, you're studying the way how people tick, and that's a form of understanding. Same thing. And if you start listening to all of us, because like again, I'm not exactly. I see you, Patrick Goffney, exactly. Um, but I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but you have to. But back to the psychology thing, it's the way people think, and you got to, and that's, certain words mean certain things. It's a lot of. I mean, you can go on for days and days and days, but every day I try to get better understanding on something. Every day, uh, yeah, psychology. It, it's just the words that come out your mouth can make a person feel a certain way. The way that you say it. I was reading something one day, and they was talking about a lot of us say this a lot when somebody say, "Oh man, I appreciate you coming out and doing this for me." Let's say somebody called you on short notice. You was really busy, but you came out anyway, and they know you was real busy, and they really appreciate that you came out, and they gave you a tip or whatever, and they're thanking you because they know they inconvenienced you, and subconsciously we'll not even we'll say it'll just come out. Oh, no problem. But sometimes when you say no problem, the person that you're saying it to, it makes them feel that it was a problem, but we're not going to worry about just using that word problem. I make them feel like, oh man, we inconvenienced this guy. Oh man, I feel bad. But if you say, oh, glad to do it, like if person, if, when someone says, man, I appreciate you doing this for us, man, you don't know how much this means to us. And I'd be like, man, I appreciate you guys, glad to do it. That's a whole different feeling. Even though you don't mean anything bad by saying no problem, it just comes out a certain way. That's what I'm saying is over the past like 18 months, I've really been on that type of stuff, man. I don't know if I'm just getting old and getting weird. I don't know, but I really think about everything that I do. I think about it over and over before I actually do anything. That's why sometimes it takes me a while to make a move on things because I'm thinking it through. I'm thinking of all the things that can go wrong. You know, I'm thinking of all the things that might happen. And even though you can't plan for everything, but you can plan for most things. If y'all get what I'm saying. What's going on, KG Clipper? Yeah, but it was something I was just thinking about, man. We've been getting a lot of rain, so I've been watching all types of videos. Lawn care, mobile detailing. Uh, you know, and I gotta catch up on like my Vlad TV, Breakfast Club, all that type of stuff. And man, when I just be watching, I just be looking, and especially when they have interviews on people that are doing big things, that are doing well, you know, financially well. I always want to hear what they got to say, what they say. Yeah, I worked today, Dewan. I worked today and yesterday, but what's going on, KZ, Helen? What's going on, Halen? What's going on, Dan? Dan, I see you, KG Clipper. Um, all real fishermen. That's just how YouTube works, man. You got people who got like 1 million subscribers and only have 1,000 people watching. People watching videos, they like them, they just hit the subscribe button. They may not watch anymore. You know, if you look at my videos, if I put out a video, I say within 2 or 3 days, I'll get maybe 500 views. Sometimes I'll get 1,000, and that's it. Just because you got 4,000 subscribers doesn't mean you're gonna have 4,000 views. Yeah, I know who Les Brown is. Yeah, KG Clipper. The key to it, man, is timing. Um, when I'm doing the car, when I'm doing the car, I try to get out there as early as I can. Sometimes you may get caught out there in the blazing sun. You can get a fan, you can get a canopy, but the most important thing is you got to eat. You got to eat, drink plenty of fluids, and Gatorade, not just water. You're gonna need a lot of water, but for every 2 to 3 bottles of water, I drink a bottle of Gatorade. Uh, Take breaks. If you feel yourself getting too hot, sit down and stop. It ain't worth it passing out. But after a while, your body will adjust to the heat. After a while, it don't get comfortable, but you can last through it. And yeah, sometimes I wear a hat, sometimes I don't. A rainy weekend as a detail is a worst nightmare. Yeah, you got to keep that. IIG works. I see you, big dog. You got to keep that stuff with you, man. Get your cooler and fill it up, man. You got. I mean, plenty of water, plenty of Gatorade, man, and bring. You know, you can bring you some sandwiches. Uh, buy you some ham and some turkey and stuff like that, and make you some sandwiches and get you some bananas, apples, uh, oranges, and have that stuff in your cooler. I'm telling you that you if you eat and stay hydrated, man, you'll feel a difference. But a lot of people just jump out there, no breakfast, just jump out there. You gotta understand how your body works, and that's one thing. You gotta understand. You gotta understand hydration. Uh, Cutright was telling me about a situation. Cutright was telling me about a situation. He had a guy working with him, and while they was working, the guy he started to notice that the guy was about to pass out because the guy wasn't really drinking a lot of water, and he just looked bad. The guy probably was drinking, maybe drinking the night before or something. And Cutright saw that he was going to pass out, and he took a garden hose and it was just pour water all over him to bring him back. Yeah, get you a cooler, man, and fill that thing up, man, because you're trying to go out there because see, for one thing, the way the body works, the way the body works is if uh if your body needs something and your body needs it bad, you can't think. Just think about it. If have you ever had to pee real bad? Just think about it. You can't even think. If you sitting there trying to write a paper and you got to pee real bad, you can't think until you go pee. Your body is not going to allow you to do anything else until you handle this problem. So if you're thirsty, if you're thirsty and you're not drinking water, your body is going to say, okay, well, you're not going to give me no water. Then guess what? Your hands are going to start cramping. So when you go to grab the tire shine and try to spray it on the tires, your hands going to cramp. If you're not eating right, when you bend over and stand up, you're going to get dizzy. Your body, your body going to let you know. That's one thing. When you get out there, start getting business, and you're going to get caught in the heat. You're going to get caught in the heat when you start, and especially if your prices are low and you're just getting started and your prices are low and you start picking up, and people start knowing about you, especially if you do good work, especially if you're doing good work, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get caught out there in that heat. You're gonna get caught out there in that heat. And if you don't know any better, and if you're not taking care of yourself, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. Trust me. Exactly. Exactly. It's all about understanding. Do you research on hydration and heat strokes and all that stuff? Do you research? Because it will happen. Yeah, I'm not going to say that's a good strategy, but that strategy works all real fishermen. That strategy works. Yeah. So KG, the thing with that is you should go and research why your hands start to cramp when you use them a lot. Because what I've started doing is I've started using pump sprayers. If I can put in a pump sprayer, it's going in the pump sprayer. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And I mean, you got to think about how many things you got to do this with. Multi-purpose cleaner, degreaser, tire shine. What else? Clay lube, spray wax. You just constantly doing this. You just constantly doing it. Yeah, I've been using the DA polisher for about for about 2 years now. But I've been using a lot more lately. But I've used buffers and stuff before. I know how to use them. I've always been comfortable with it. Dan's. It's just that I've always been comfortable using buffers, but I just wasn't comfortable. I just wasn't comfortable on other people's vehicles. That's the thing, and it was a mental thing. And once I got past that, it's not a problem now. But it was a mental thing. It was just I didn't want to. I wanted to keep my liability down. You know, so I kind of stayed away from like machine buffing and all that type of stuff. But it was just no way around it. People started asking me about buffing and waxing and swirl, removing swirls and all that, and I just kept getting asked, and I just had no choice but to start doing it. Yeah, KG, but that's what I'm saying. And this just fits back into what I'm talking about. You just got to it just understanding. It just all the way around, don't matter what it is, whatever it is that you're doing, understand why this is happening. My hands and stuff cramp up, used to cramp up all the time. I got a Sporty's was nice enough to give me a tornado. I use pump sprayers. Anything that I can put in a pump sprayer that I don't have to do this, I'm using it. All right, all real fishermen. And I'm using it, man. So uh, and that just comes from fatigue. That comes from fatigue, uh, overworking yourself. Because when that stuff starts to happen, you have to pay attention to your body, understand what's going on. You can have a heat stroke out there, and if there's nobody out there watching you, and you pass out, and just think about it. Sometimes I'll be detailing cars. I'll be out there an hour and a half, and nobody comes out and checks on me. So understand your body. If you bend over and you get up and you kind of feel lightheaded, sit down. Drink you some water, sit down. If that keeps happening, you might have to call it a day. Okay, Dan Dans, I see. Yeah, get some pump sprayers, man, especially for like that degreaser. Because you're gonna be spraying that degrees on everything, the engine, the tires, to remove certain stains and stuff like that, man. You need that stuff, man. Uh, Also, those squirt bottles, those little squirt bottles for like your bug and tar and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, you'll learn real fast. And I didn't. It wasn't like I sat down and it wasn't like I sat down and just thought of all of this. It was like I was out there spraying everything, and then my hands, when I got to like especially those group washes, I learned a lot from those group washes. I'll be out there doing like, I mean, one time I did like 10 cars, 9 cars in one day, 10 cars in one day. And when I got to like maybe the seventh or eighth vehicle, my hands started to cramp up. Like I'm like this, I feel it all up in there, and it's just killing me. And at first, I was like, well, it must be from not drinking enough water. But I was drinking water and Gatorade the whole day, and I have the same problem when I'm mowing lawns. Like when I'm holding a weed eater or doing all that, I wake up in the morning, my hands is feel like I got like a lot of needles in it. So I'm doing my research on that now to understand why. But it's the vibration to under so now I'm trying to figure a way to combat that, to stop that. So I haven't figured that one out yet, but I did figure out with the pump sprayers, it just it saves your hands, man. So y'all invest in those pump sprayers. Some of them $8, $10, some of them are higher than that, but dude, trust me, it'll make your life a whole lot easier. Yeah, cocoa butter works. Yeah. Also, uh, Sunblock, sunscreen, sunblock. Right. Yes, I remember. I remember the first time I saw a Sporty's video, and I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there watching what he's doing. He was. I just thought the first thing I thought is, man, everything he's doing is just so extra. That's the first thing I thought. And I'm just watching it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. And then I was watching him do a car with a lot of dog hair, and he had the drill brush. And I was like, okay, something is up. Let me. So I reached out to him, and I just I just asked him questions after question after question after question. Like I'm talking about, I think I talked to this guy maybe every other day for like a month, and I'm just asking him questions. He's just telling me, and I'm like, and I'm starting to understand. It's starting to make sense now when I see what he's doing because when you're trying to reach a goal, sometimes sometimes you have to do something crazy, and a lot of people won't agree with it, and they'll tell you crazy. But if you notice, everybody that's successful when it comes to like Bill Gates, but they told Bill Gates that his stuff won't work. Uh, I mean, he was struggling. He couldn't even pay his employees. He couldn't even pay his employees at one point. So what he did is told them that they can actually. I think the way he worked it out was that they can own a percentage of the company. And when he hit big, all those people that wasn't getting paid are he made all those people multi millionaires. But just think about if you was in that situation, how many of your family and friends will tell you, man, you need to quit. You working for free. It may not even, it may not even be big, and look what happened. You got to think outside the box. FedEx, he actually wrote a paper on the idea of FedEx, and I don't know if the paper got like an F or a C or something like that. Look at FedEx now. Right, KG. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see you, Patrick. You're right. And that's what happened with Bill Gates. He was struggling, man, and he actually the people like if you do your research on Bill Gates, Microsoft, you'll see that story. Like all those people that was working for free during that time period, or whatever time period it was, I can't remember, but he made those guys multimillionaires because they was they was they was they was willing to do the unthinkable. They was willing to do what most people won't do. And like I was saying, you know, when when watching Sporty's videos and watching how he was doing things, I didn't understand why he was doing that. I just thought that it was extra. Like I'm like, okay, he's using a drill brush to do the mats. Why he just won't just scrub it? Like, why is he rolling around on his knees? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? But when I started doing multiple cars, when I started doing a lot of cars, I started to see, oh, I see now. I understand now. I totally understand because just think about it. If you can roll from one wheel, put the tire shine on, roll to the other wheel, put the tire shine on, roll to the other wheel, you're saving wear and tear on your body. When you're using pump sprayers, you're saving this from doing this. When you're using a drill brush to scrub the floor, like those WeatherTech floor mats or those rubber floor mats, you're saving yourself from put hanging up on something and scrubbing it with your hands. You know, so he had a certain goal that he wanted to do. He had a certain goal that he wanted to do, and he knew that he would have to have his prices low, and for to make up for that, he'd have to do more cars because something got to give. It's harder. It works. It works, but it's harder. You may have to lower your price, do more cars. You're gonna have to work harder than that guy that's charging. That's damn good, charging high, and he's doing this thing. You're gonna have to work harder than him. And then once you start getting clients, once you start getting people that they're not gonna let nobody touch their car but you start raising your prices. Because all the clients that I have that they don't let anybody touch their yard, they don't let anybody touch their yard. I've been with them for like 6, 7 years. I've gone up 3 or 4 times and they hadn't left yet. Some people will leave. They will. Trust me, some people will leave. And I'm telling you, this is not the best strategy. I'm not going to say it's not the best, but this is not the only strategy. But this is just the only strategy that I used. So this is the only strategy that I know, and it's the only strategy that I can put out there. I can't tell you about another strategy because I don't know anything about it. I've never tried it. Will I try? Yeah, I'll try it. But that's the strategy that I was comfortable with. But when I talk to people, the majority of people that I talk to after the fact have also used this strategy. So, before you be so quick to judge and so quick to try to just give out this, unsolicited advice and try to tell a person, oh, you're doing this way, you're doing it this way, you're doing it this way. That ain't right. It's wrong. Nah, you're not charging enough. You need to do it this way. Oh, you're working too hard. Before you start saying all that, try to get to know the person. If it bothers you that bad, but most people it doesn't really bother them that bad. They just like to, they just like to put people down, and that's just what I see. Because I see it all through the comment sections. I remember that video that I did. I did this video probably almost 2 years ago. The video that I got it got a lot of views. It's called the $20 car wash. And I remember it was 2015. It was around this time, 2015. Matter of fact, yeah, it was in July or August, and it was no rain. And this July, we've been getting rain almost every other day. But 2015 in July, or was it 2016? It might have been, no, it was 15. It did not rain. I'm telling you, all of July, all of August, it might have showered maybe once. And the ground was so hard, everything dried up, and the grass started turning brown. People called and said, "Don't worry about coming this week." I started to see the money going down, so I said, "Look, I got to do something to get business moving." And so I came up. I said, "Look, I went through my list. Boom, I sent it to everybody. $20 car wash special." Okay, but you had a lot of people commenting in the comment section. If you can go look at it, just put $20. Type in ANA $20 car wash special. You'll see the video, and you see people in the comments going, "Oh, that's a you're messing up the business." But you hear nobody say, "Is that just a wash on the outside? Are you vacuuming? Are you wiping down? What all comes with it?" No, you don't see no questions like that. All you see is people saying, some people saying, "Oh man, you did what you had to do. I get it. You did what you had to do. Cool." You had people saying that. Then you had a lot of people going, talking about, oh, you should detail, you should charge 150, you should add wax, you should add this, you should add that. And then if you listen to me talk on the videos, if y'all been following for a while, if you've been following me any amount of time, I'm not a dumb person. Now sometimes, I do these chats and I kind of lose my way because I be doing them late at night and I'm tired and I'm not at my best. But you can tell I'm not a stupid guy. So some of the stuff that they saying that is so obvious, it's I'm just like, okay, I think it's mostly just people just want to just put you down, or this is a time to show that they know something. You know, it's the time to say you don't know and I know. Let me tell you something. But nobody sought out to get any understanding. Yeah, you remember that, KG? Apple cider vinegar is good for keeping your body clean inside. If you drink half a cup mixed with water before you go to bed and drink a cup when you wake up in the morning. It's good for the blood flow. Good to know. I'll check that out myself. I'll do some research on that. Thanks, Patrick. But but yeah, right. And so I mean in the video I explained and think about it, that was 2015. If you go look at it, it was the late summer of 2000, or I'm not even gonna say late. So I'm just gonna say summer 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And I started my business 2012, so I was still in the beginning stages of my business. And I didn't have the volume, and I wasn't making the money that I'm making now. So you got to understand what time was it for me. But nobody asked that. They was just commenting, 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 and you don't really know how you can frustrate a person. You can really frustrate a person, and make a person give up when you're doing stuff like that. Man, it ain't gonna work on me because I ain't giving up. Like I'm a totally different person. It's not gonna work on me because me, I really live in my head. I live in my head, and sometimes if you listen to the way that I talk, I'm processing stuff in my head, but I have a hard time expressing it because it's going so fast, and then it goes out, it goes in so fast, and I forget. If it doesn't come out, then I forget. But trust me, I'll be on point. It's just that, but if I start, I might have to start doing these lives in the morning or in the evening time. But sometimes I just be tired, and I try. I say I gotta give them something today. But sometimes, if y'all notice, I have been really making. I used to make like 3 videos. I used to make like 3 videos a day at one point, but I had to scale back because between family, then my parents are up in age now, so I be checking on them, running back and forth with them. And then my little man Ashton, my wife, all this type of stuff. So it's just, sometimes I just be tired and I be like, sometimes I'll be out and about and I'll be pumped up. Like, yeah, tonight I'm going live and blah, blah. When I get home and take a shower, I'll be like, oh man, the hell with that live. But, that's just how I think, man. People, I don't really don't worry about what people say, but it's the people that really, really, really want this lifestyle. They really, really want to learn. That's who I'm talking to. Some of you guys that's on here right now, y'all got y'all stuff together. Y'all already know this, but it's somebody watching. They're not commenting. They're not saying anything. They're watching and they're taking it in, and that's who I'm really talking to. Right, I see you, dance, Dan. So yeah, I did the video and I explained it in the beginning of the video, basically saying that, It's a drought. My money is the money. I mean, because I'm not gonna wait till I go broke to do something. Once I see that my profits are just doing this, then okay, it's time to do something. You see what I'm saying? If I made $2,000 last week, and then this week it's I worked from Monday through Sunday and I made 2 grand. And then the following week I only made, it's Thursday and I only made 7 grand. I mean, I only made 7,000. I mean, see, I'm tired. I only made 700. Okay. What happened? Something got to explain why I'm at 700 this week and I'm almost at the end of the week and I was at 2,000 last week. I'm gonna start looking into it because I check my numbers. I check my numbers day to day, week to week, month to month. I always looking at them. I got them on my phone. I look at them all the time. So so I'm I'm not gonna wait until it goes all bad to try to do something about it. They're just stupid. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, because my profit started sinking. And I knew that it was gonna happen because it wasn't raining. And grass needs water and sunlight to grow, and we wasn't getting no water. So guess what happened? And then on top of that, cars wasn't really getting real dirty because it wasn't raining. I see you, Dan Dance. Yeah, some people, I wouldn't do that, but see, here's the thing. Not to say what you did was wrong, Dan. I'm just talking about me. I wouldn't have done that door to door, but and I'm trying to bring it back to the topic. I wouldn't have done that door to door, but I understand why you did it. I'm not gonna judge you for doing it. I wouldn't have done it, but I understand, and that's what I'm talking about. But other people, but I can be like, oh, Dan, that's crazy. You going door to door? That's stupid. But you went door to door and it worked. So why would I shoot that down when you can bring that to somebody else and they can do it? It's just not for me. But I'm not gonna judge you for that and talk down on you for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I mean. You know, get understanding. It's so important. I have done the same. Okay, I see. Have scratching scratching your head trying to figure out another move. Exactly. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. That's why, I would lay in the bed 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I go to bed at 9, 10, 11. But I still get up at 6, 7. I might stay there and lay in the bed, but I'm up. And sometimes I jump up and get to it. Sometimes I, may lay it down a little bit, eat a little breakfast, start my day 8:30, 9 o'clock. But I would be laying there thinking, okay, what can I do? Because that's why I started adding services. I started thinking, what I'm saying? Like, I have an IRA that invests in mutual funds. I also invest in stocks and different types of stocks of companies that's been around for a minute. And what they call that is a portfolio. Well, the thing about having a diverse, what's going on, Christy? Uh, the thing about having a diverse, and they call it diversifying your portfolio. The thing about having a diverse portfolio is that you're going to invest in all these different types of stocks. And when one stock goes down, the other one goes up. When that one goes down, the other one goes up. So you never really ever lose because when one is down, you may have five, three may be down, and then two may be doing very, very well that'll hold those other ones up. It just so I thought of the same thing. Let me diversify my services. So what I did was because I was only lawn care for maybe 6 months when I first started. So I was like, let me add the detailing and let me add pressure washing. And so what happened is, I see you, Christy. Yeah, he was just on here saying the same thing, man. Y'all kicking it. But yeah, but so I wanted to offer, different services. And that way, when lawn care is slowing down, then I got mobile detailing. When mobile detailing is slowing down, I got pressure washing. And then and when I'm not mowing grass, trimming crepe myrtles, laying pine straw, trimming bushes, cleaning gutters, and leaf removal. Y'all all seen the videos. You know what I'm saying? So like when y'all watch my videos, I'm doing something different. Like you may in one video you may see me doing the car, and then you may see me pressure washing the driveway or a house. You maybe see me doing gutter cleaning or trimming bushes or laying pine straw, or laying mulch. The last video I did, man, actually we had a big mulch job. You saw those bags of mulch and we was, spreading it out and everything. And so you offer those services. So when one service starts to slow down, the other one, what I'm saying? So now that makes you gonna keep a job every day. You see what I'm saying? And there's so many jobs that are related to detailing. And that's the thing. And it's so many lawn care or landscaping jobs that go back into pressure washing. Because if you think about it, when you're doing these yards, you're kicking up dust when you mowing these yards. It's algae, mold, and all this stuff going in these yards. You're riding by and you see it when you on your lawnmower. You see how dirty the driveway is. You see how dirty the deck is. You see all this stuff. You see the spider webs, the cobwebs, and usually your clients and your customers are going to ask you, do you know anybody? And that's how I started doing like gutter cleaning and tree trimming and everything, because I went and bought a chainsaw just to do that. I remember a lady asked me, I didn't even offer this service. A lady asked me, yeah, do you do that? I almost said no. I said, yeah, I do that. I went and bought a chainsaw, and that job paid for that chainsaw. I got my money back, and then I still been using that same chainsaw, and all those crepe murders y'all see me trimming on those videos, same chainsaw. Bought the chainsaw for 179 bucks, and dude, that chainsaw has made me thousands. So, you know, before you're quick to judge, please seek to understand. Please, I'm telling you. Yeah, the people making those comments telling you that you're wrong, you're only trying to get a response and try to make themselves feel better. It's sad. I see you, Dan. I have a VIP that I wax for free. And the reason why I wax my VIP for free is because they're loyal customers. And that's my way of saying I appreciate you being loyal. Yeah, I see you, Patrick. Yeah. Yep. But somebody will say, man, hey man, you ain't supposed to do nothing for free. There's a reason why you do it. And, you know, on the outside looking in, I'm not gonna understand until you break it down to me. You said that you're VIP, so they're calling you once a month, twice a month, weekly, or whatever. Okay, Patrick. Does it dry you out though? Does it dry your mouth out? Apple cider vinegar? Does it dry your mouth out? That's one thing I don't like about stuff like that. You gotta drink a lot of water behind it. I see you, Supreme Kid. Yeah. And a lot of us, and don't get me wrong. A lot of us get out there and we don't know what we're doing. And let's just be honest. A lot of us get out there and don't know what we're doing, but we act like we know what we're doing. And the customer don't know nothing either. We just all don't know nothing, but you just fake it until you make it. I've done that too. I faked it until I made it. But I did go back to try to get some understanding, so I actually knew what I was doing. Something. I've done a lot of stuff for the first time and took a chance. I did a lot of stuff for the first time, man, and I took a chance and I got lucky and it came out great. It looked like I knew what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. Malik's auto detailing. Roadside 59, Mobile Lube and Wash. You know what? I saw that and I was like, Mobile Lube. Okay. See, and ain't a lot of people doing that. See, that was unique. That was one thing that I had unique. It wasn't a lot of people doing lawn care and detailing together. It ain't a lot of people doing Mobile Lube and Wash either. You see what I'm saying? Thinking outside the box. Yeah. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Took a chance, man. But best believe I went back. I went back to get understanding on it though. And I asked questions, man. I got like 3 or 4 people I can call, and they gonna pick up the phone and they gonna tell me what's what. It's all about taking chances. No risk, no reward. Yeah, I didn't. It's a lot of things I wasn't comfortable with. You know, and I tried to stay away from it, from liability. But man, I was just missing out on a lot of money. Oh, I just got paid. That's what I say, man. I touch cash every day, man. I went to the bank before I came home. Somebody just paid me now on my Square app. Like I said, man. And yeah, yeah. But what he said, no risk, no reward, man. Uh, Now some risk is not worth it's not worth the consequences. But some things that you can calculate what's the worst that can happen. If that happened, would I be okay? And if the answer is yes, go for it. Take a calculated risk. Don't want to mess up a client's car. You're right. You're right. But I see you strong free, but that don't have to be said. Like we're all, I think that everybody's on here is pretty intelligent. So it's just certain things that we don't have to say. It's certain things we don't have to say. Well, we might have to say it. And I think about it, we might have to say it, but you know, yeah, calculated risk. You got to put things in proper perspective. Take calculated risk. You're right. You take calculated risk and you weigh your options. If what's the worst that can happen? If the worst happens, can you take care of it out of your pocket? That's how I look at it. Or if you have insurance, would it be taken care of? If the answer is yes, I'll go for it. You know, I'll go for it. And if the risk, now if it's a high risk that something's gonna happen, I'm not doing it. You know, and I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same way. Yes, I take credit cards. If y'all look, I don't know if y'all can see that. They're just all lit up. You can't see it, but it's my Square app, and I can send invoices. This person just paid an invoice, and you can get your money the same day, or you can wait 2 days and get your money. Just hope they don't see it. Oh, they gonna see it. All right, roadside 59. Hold on, man. I'm gonna send you my let me send you my email address, man. I'm gonna type it up here, man. Write it down and send me your number, man. And we can make that happen. That's pretty cool. I've never seen nothing like that, man. But roadside 59 mobile detailing, write that down, man. Send me your number. Email me your number, man. We'll make that happen, man. We can put that on live. But man, people never want to take the risk or be uncomfortable, stay stagnant, or fall behind. Right. I don't know. Just hope they don't see it. I see Malik. They gonna see it, big dog. People never want to take it. Right. Right. Yeah, you got to make a move, man. You gotta, when you sitting at that crossroad, man, you either got to go straight to the left or to the right, and people afraid to make that move, so they just stay right there, and nothing happens. Nothing happens, and you got to go. You got to go somewhere, man. But they just sit there, and they're afraid if I go down this road, I'm gonna get lost. Well, Like Eric Jones said, you go down that road, you get lost, it's not the right road, stop, turn around, go back. Okay, you went left this time. Okay, let's go straight. Let's see where that goes. You know, what's going on, Mike? I see you. LS 400. Dude, you detown out of a Lexus. What year is your LS 400? That's a Lexus, right? Supreme Kid 28. 98 Lexus. Some people don't try to get. Yeah, but sometimes you don't get a map, Supreme. Yeah, sometimes you don't get a map. Sometimes you just got to go down this road, or better yet, let's just do it this way. You got three doors. You got to go in one of them. You don't know what's behind them, but you know what's right here. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go to them doors. But when you go in that door, if you don't like what's in there, you can come out and try the other door. That's the beauty of it. Okay, I see you, Patrick. So, you don't, some stages in your life, you're not gonna have the answers. You got to go find the answers. So you're gonna make mistakes along the way, and that's where the understanding comes in. Because when you go out there, you make those mistakes, and you be like, okay, I did this. I thought it was this way, and I went and did this, and this is what happened. It didn't turn out good. So I know not to do that. So now you know not to do that. Now you can warn all those people and say, hey, I don't know about these two doors right here, but for sure, don't go in that door. That door right there, that's not where it is. Or don't go down that road. You see what I'm saying? Because there are people that, saying you may be the guinea pig for your group of friends and your family. And that way they don't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? And when you set the precedence and you build everybody up, I mean you build yourself up, then everybody can stand on your shoulders and elevate themselves as well. That's how this thing works. And that's what I love about the new wave, because you know, and then I say it all the time, like clean right, cut right. We talk almost every day. I hadn't talked to him in a couple of days, but we talk almost every day. And he calls me, he asking me certain questions and certain things. What should he do? And I'll tell him, and then he goes out there, and most of the time I tell him it works out for him, and sometimes he goes out there and he comes back to me and be like, "Hey, I tried this and this, but you know what? I noticed. I noticed this. He's learning, and the thing about it is, all the stuff that I went through, he don't have to go through that because I'm letting him know. No, don't do that because when I did it, this is what happened. And he's skipping all that, and I mean, he jumped out the gate doing full details because we were talking about full details and polishing and not polishing, but claying and waxing and all that type of stuff and interior details and all because we were talking about it on the chat. So we talked about it so much, and he watched so many videos, he felt comfortable, even though he's never done it before. And he jumped out there and did it, because we showed him it's possible. Exactly. That's how you get better. Exactly, Mike. Yeah, they boy that being comfortable, boy, that's something right there, man. I mean, we humans, we all like that, man. Like, you know, I see a lot of guys, man, like when I'm working, they be getting out their nice cars. What's going on, Sporties? About to hop on the bike back home. I see you, big dog. Oh, man, Sporties made me lose my train of thought. I'm thinking about my bike. Think, ah, right. But being comfortable, like, oh yeah, I see all those guys, man, and I'll be out there working. I'll be sweating. It's hot. I'm talking about, man, my everything wet. I'm wet from head to toe, just dripping in sweat. Those guys will get out. They have their nice suits on, nice ties. Getting out of nice vehicle, maybe a Lexus or an Audi or something, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, yeah, what's going on, man?" I'm like, what's going on? Ooh, boy, it's hot out here. And, I don't know if they're just they don't have anything else to say, or that's like a stab, a little like jab at me or whatever. But I just laugh it off because a lot of those guys going into a job they don't like, even though they got nice suits on, they look nice, and it's AC up in there. They're going to a job they don't like, and I'd rather be hot and a little uncomfortable than having to be at a place that I don't want to be. Being at a pace that I don't want to be. Yeah, you can't do the same. Right, right. You know, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, I was talking with someone some years ago, and they was like they was unhappy, and this person had a job, a regular 9 to 5, and they had a business on the side. And it wasn't detailed or nothing like that. It's a business on the side, and the actual side business. I do not like saying that, but this side business that they had was making more money than the job, and they were afraid to leave the job. And we was having a conversation. We was talking, and the guy had got to the point where he was starting to feel burned out. And I don't know if he was just tired or what was going on, but he had reached a certain point where the money didn't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? Like the like when you first get into this business, you're money, 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 money. You're trying to make money. How much money I made today? How much money I made this week? How much money I made this month? Money, 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 money. That's what you're thinking about. Then you start having $200 weeks, $300 weeks, five, six, $7,000 weeks, $2,000 weeks. It's just growing and growing. So now the money is not really on your mind that much because it's coming in. It's coming in, and this guy did not realize He knew he was making more money on the thing, but he was so because he was working. He was working. He didn't understand that he don't understand that at some point in your business, you're gonna have to start charging more. You're gonna have to start working smarter, not harder. You're gonna get to that point. It takes time because sometimes you have to work harder to work smarter, and I'm gonna explain that later. But he didn't realize that he can leave his job because he was making way more money on his side business than his job that he was so afraid to leave. And then he was talking about, the insurance gonna be high, this. I'm like, dude, you making 3 or 4 times more money at your job and you're paying insurance with this week check. And you telling me these thousands you making every week won't pay like the guy the money he was making every week, he can pay all his bills in 1 week for the month. You know, it's all up here. It was all up there. And I remember talking to him and he was like, yeah, and this person, if he's watching, he's gonna know I'm talking about him, but I'm not gonna put his business out there like that. I'm not gonna say who it is, but he was like, man, uh, dude, I made $1,000 this week and it was slow. And so when he said that, I just when he said that, I was like, okay. So he kept talking, and I said, just stop for a second. He said, what? I said, did you hear what you just said? And he was like, what? I said, what did you just say? Go back, go back. No, not that, not that. Go back. Oh, I made $1,000 this week. It was a slow week. I said, okay. Do you make $1,000 a week at your job? He said, no. I said, okay, stop. He stopped. I said, listen to what you just said. You just said you made $1,000 and it was slow. It's a lot of people out here don't make $1,000 a week, and I don't care any state in the nation. You got people that are not making $1,000 a week, and that's New Jersey, Cali, New York, Virginia, wherever you want to, whatever state you want to say. There's a lot of people that's not making $1,000 a week, and you just said you made $1,000 this week, and it was slow. He sat there and he thought about it. I said, okay, man. What are you mad? What are you sad about? I said, see, what's going on is you got this job, you got this job, and okay, I see you, Michael. Mobile Lube, I see you. But you got this job and you're juggling this job and you work doing this thing on the side, and you're not trying to understand how to run a business. You're just running it. You're not working on the business. You're working in the business. You're not working on the business. It's a difference. And what's going on is now you're getting burnt out mentally because you're running back and forth. You're trying to please everybody. You're trying to please your coworkers and your boss. You're trying to please your clients and your customers. And now you're just going and going and going and going. And you just like, now you're getting burnt out. You know, exactly. I see you, Patrick. So, what I was going to try to explain, I told you I was going to explain something. If y'all was listening, tell me what I could. I lose my train of thought. But I was saying I was going to explain to y'all what that meant. I forgot what I said, but he didn't realize that He didn't realize that he can leave his job, that all the stress and the depression or whatever he was going to, the thing that he was going through, right, work harder to be okay, yeah, right. I see you, Dan. That's what it was. But he didn't realize that all the stress and all the stuff that he was feeling, he was putting it on himself. He didn't realize it. And so I'm not gonna tell him to leave his job. I'm not gonna, that's not for me to say. But I just wanted him to listen to himself. Because I make you listen to your words. Because when you say things, some of that stuff comes from your subconscious, and that shit is true. And I make people listen. I make people eat them words, eat them, taste them, listen to, taste them, take it in. I made $1,000 this week, and it was slow. I don't care where you at. $1,000 a week is pretty decent, and that's anywhere in the state in the United States. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna live like a boss and doing all this big time stuff, but $1,000 a week is a lot of people that's not clearing $1,000 a week, and that's all over the nation. But yeah, but I was saying work harder to work smarter. I'll give you an example. Okay, let's talk about detailing. Let's talk about detailing. Okay, let's say we're not gonna even say detailing. We're just gonna say washing cars. Let's say that you just want to wash cars, right? All right. Well, you don't have nobody knows who you are. You don't have no clientele. You barely have equipment. All you have, you might have a you don't you're not mobile. You only have you mean you're not self-efficient, self-sufficient. No, self-contained. You know what I mean? You don't have a generator, you don't have a pressure washer, you don't have a water tank. But you do have a hose and you do have chemicals and some buckets. So you go to people houses. Go to people houses and you advertise on Facebook. You ask friends, do they know anybody that may need a detail? I mean, need a car wash, all that type of stuff, and you build your way up. That's working hard. That's working hard. I mean, you're going to people's houses, you're hooking up the hoses, you spraying. You can't get to the businesses because they may not have a water hookup, or you might can get to some might have a water hookup and you can get to it. Well, you're working harder, but you know that there's an easier way to do this, but you don't have the finances. You don't have the resources. So you got to work hard to get the resources to work smart. You get what I'm saying? Because yeah, I might can't afford a drill. I might can get the drill brush, but I can't get the drill. Okay, and then I got this car full of dog hair, so I might have to get a brush and a vacuum, and brush and vacuum and brush and vacuum with a hand brush. I'm working hard. I know there's an easier way, but I can't afford the tools to make it easier. So sometimes you got to work harder so you can work smarter later on. So now your clientele is building up, but you're charging these low prices because you're just trying to wash a car. Because I know when I first started, the only and don't give and I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm just gonna keep it real. When I left the police department, I had a nice savings account. My savings account was fat. My savings account was to the point where I could stay off work for 18 months and pay all my bills for 18 months until it ran. I'm talking about that's everything until it ran out. So I had that money sitting there and I was doing lawns. So I was bringing in some money. Uh, and I had other stuff going on where money was coming in. So when I started detail, I can do that. You see what I'm saying? And see, here's the thing. When like I said, when people fail to try to get some understanding or try to do their research, they just judge. They don't know what you're going through. But I knew that I was not going to be charging that price forever. I knew I wasn't going to be doing that. But I knew that was the only way that I knew at the time to market myself and to advertise myself. It's a cheap price. That cheap price is going to get attention. Trust me. You can go get a water tank, a pressure washer, vacuum cleaner in your truck or a trailer, park out there, and put $10 wash. Somebody gonna stop. Somebody gonna stop. And your strategy may be to charge them $10 just to wash the outside. No tire dressing, no nothing, just clean the outside. Then if they want tire dressing, okay, that'll be an extra 5. You want me to vacuum the exit? That's gonna be an extra 15. There's many ways to go about doing it. But a lot of people say work smarter but not harder. Okay, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of ways that you can work smarter and not harder without paying for it. But just let's just keep it real. You know, if you're going to get a drill brush, a dual action polisher, high speed, polisher, all these things are going to make your job easier. Pump sprayers, steamers, all is going to make it easier. It's going to make you work smarter, but you got to work hard to get that money so you can work smarter. Y'all get my drift? Right. Well, Mike, you can't wash cars for $10, but it's somebody that don't have a problem washing cars for $10. I'm not gonna wash a car for $10, but I'm not gonna knock the guy that's doing it because and that's the whole title. That's the whole if you look at the title of this video is I know you came in late, Mike. The title of the video is seek to understand. And like I said, people only think of themselves when they see something. They think of what they would do or what they can't do or what they won't do, and they want to pass that on to others. But you can't do that. I wouldn't wash a car for $10, but if a guy says I'm out here washing cars for $10, and I'm looking like, wow, that's pretty cheap. So I'm gonna ask him, okay, for the $10, what all do I get? You see what I'm saying? That's your next question. You see what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a thinking man, that would be my next question. What do I get with all that? You never know. That might just be for the outside. That might just be for the outside and the wheels, no tire shine, no nothing. Just wash it and or he may vacuum it out. I don't know. But you don't know that guy's situation because trust me, when you're broke and you're hungry and your stomach is touching your spine, trust me, you will do some things. You will. If you care about your family, you care about yourself, you're gonna do something, you know. So you never know a person's situation. And exactly. Everybody gotta pay their dues. That's a good way of looking at it. Water smart detailing. But yeah, recognize the hard work. Exactly. But not to, you know, not to say that what you're saying is wrong, Mike, because I'm not washing the car for $10 either. But I'm not gonna knock a guy for doing it. And that's where the understanding comes in. Instead of saying he washing the car for $10, what is he doing? Okay, obviously the guy's doing something that you don't quite understand. You don't understand it or you don't agree with it, but at least get some understanding. That's all. You don't have to agree with it, because there's a lot of stuff that people do, and I don't agree with it, and I'm not gonna be involved in it. But one if it's that important to me, and if it's to the point where I'm gonna make a comment on it, at least at least try to understand where the person is coming from before you make a comment. That's what I'm saying. He's making money, right? I see people all the time. I see detailers like, hell, I've been detailing at a house right here, and the guy been detailing at a house right there. I've seen it. I've seen other guys, and I see them, and we talk, and they doing their thing, and they charging this, and they doing that, and what kills me. I was in a I go to a salon, to get these, twisted up and, washed. And well, I wash them myself sometimes, but you got to get them retwisted. You guys know anything about dreads. But I was in there one day, it was another guy in there getting his dreads done. And the girl that twists my hair, she was like, "Yeah, Aunt, I got to get you to do my car." And I'm like, "Okay, just let me know. We'll work something out." She was like, "Okay, you talking." And so the guy was like, "Oh, you just gonna give my job away?" And she was like, oh yeah, you wash cars too." Okay, now we know the difference. All these detailers on here, we know the difference between a car wash and a detail. We know it's two different things, but the public, sometimes a lot of people use it one and the same. I need my car detailed, and they really just talking about the car wash, or car wash and it's a detail. And the guy knew that she didn't mean nothing by it. He goes, "I don't wash cars, I detail." So I just looked at him. I'm like, I'm like, okay. It's when people say that, I laugh. It's funny to me, because now I can see if it was two detailers talking, but you're talking to a customer that don't give a damn about a car wash or a detail. You know, she's gonna look to you to tell her what she needs. She like, okay, I want my interior done. I want this. I want that. I want this. Okay, so you break it down to an educator, but that but instead of him doing that, he wants to jump out and say, "I'm a detailer," and then he said the other way around. Yeah, well, I don't know what you mean by the other way around, but she she needed a detail, but she just said car wash. When the guy heard her tell me that, when the guy heard her tell me that, look, I need you to do my car, he wanted to throw in that he does cars too. I don't know if it was a jab at me or what, but he was like, "I do cars, oh, I don't wash cars, I detail." And matter of fact, the very last video that I've done, the infield video that I did, when it's called is it called The Hustle? I love The Hustle, something like that. It's that red car that I started off with. The video started with that red, I think it's a Malibu. That red Malibu I started off with, that's the car. That's her car. And he was like, "Yeah, I detail cars." And I'm like, okay. So I started, and at the time, when was this? This was like late last year. This was like, I want to say December of last year. And I had been detailing a little bit, but y'all guys know I was mainly a car washer. And I've been learning gradually. I've been learning. I've been doing a lot this year. I've learned a lot in the last 7 months. I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. But so I just started asking him questions, and not really. Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I was asking questions to see what he knew, to see if he really was a detailer, based off what I know what detail is. So I'm asking him questions, and I started just boom, boom, just spitting out questions. He couldn't answer 'em. He couldn't even answer him. And then he said, "Oh man, no, no, man. I just been doing it for 6 months." So I'm looking at him like, dude, you just stood up here trying to, you see what I'm saying? It just, I don't get it, man. With this this unnecessary cockiness come from? I just don't get it. Yeah, he did. He did. Exactly. Exactly. And Roadside 59. I don't know if you this the first time I ever seen you on my chat. I don't know if you follow my videos or if you are a subscriber. If you not, go ahead and subscribe now. Thank you for that. But that's what I preach. When you're doing that, you're advertising. And that's the thing. People are not really, they just looking at he just charging $10. Oh, he just charging $20. But they don't realize. And then here's the thing. When I did that $20 special, nobody paid me 20. Everybody paid my regular price that I would have charged, if it wasn't a special, with a tip on top. Every last one. And I said it in the video. And when I was washing, cars was passing by. Hey, passing out cards, passing out cards, passing out cards. They see me out there. I got numbers on my truck. I got the t-shirts. They write my number down, keep it moving, stop, talk to me for about, saying about a minute, 30 seconds, and they on their way with a card in their hand. But you got somebody who wants to sit there and go, oh, this cheap guy, he's slaving, he's overworking himself, he's working hard, blah blah blah. But when people don't understand, when you grow up, I mean when you're growing up, what do your teachers tell you? You got to work hard. What do your mom and dad tell you? You got to work hard. Now all of a sudden that you got a business, and see, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, they want to do what you're doing, but either they're too lazy or they're too afraid to get out there and just make something happen. So they sit back and watch you and just look at your mistakes and critique you on your mistakes, not realizing that when you out there in the field, you're learning. You're gonna learn that experience you're gaining. You're gonna learn a whole lot. If you go out there and you do $10 car washes and you got too many cars and it's getting out of hand and you ain't making no money, okay, damn, I done made a mistake. Okay, let me go up. But guess what? Look at all the exposure you got. When I interviewed Sporties, when I interviewed Miranda, they said the same thing. They did those Groupons. Those Groupons was chopping their prices down, but when they redeemed the voucher, they only got this amount of dollars for all that work they did. But look at Sporties now. I talked to him the other day. He had a crazy day. I'm talking about what he made in one day. It takes me maybe 3 or 4 days, and he made it at one appointment because of that exposure that he got over the years, compounded and compounded and compounded. This man details every single day. If it's not raining, he's doing something every day. It's not a day that goes by that he's not doing something unless the weather has stopped him from doing it. So the you got Sporties on the other side of the nation. You know, he used that method. You got Miranda over here, he used that method. You got me, I use a similar method. You got Toley's way on the West Coast. He used the same method. I'm just gonna say that method works. Right. I just thought, yeah, Dan. I just started asking questions. I just started asking questions like, "Hey, what do you use for this? What do you do for that? What do you do for this? What about paint correction? Blah 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 blah." Man, that Joker, when I would start spitting all that stuff off, that Joker was like, "Oh, yeah." He wanted me to stop. He was like, "Oh yeah, I just been doing it for 6 months. Like, just leave me the hell alone." Like, oh God, man, I shouldn't have said that. I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, exactly, exactly." But the thing is that, exactly, Dan, and the thing, what's going on, Ernesto? I see you, and that's the thing, man. But like I said, people are quick to judge. People are quick to judge, and they quick to just shoot it down and not realizing what you're trying to do. Even if they don't agree with it, just see what he's doing. Be like, oh, okay, I understand why you're doing it. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't want, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't agree with it, but I understand. All right, that's all I'm asking you to do. Don't forget you. What you mean? What you mean, Mike? Yeah, but yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I've been on today, man. I was mowing today, man. I was thinking about that today, man. I was mowing, and sometimes I be mowing, I be talking to myself, laughing. My people think I'm crazy. Like I be smiling. It's hot out there. I'm dirty, grass all over me and stuff, sweaty, smelling bad, and I'm out there smiling because I'm just thinking of stuff in my head the whole time, just going, 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 and I got to stop and write this stuff down because half the stuff I think about, I forget it. Just there because it's just my brain just be spinning. Yeah, just want to. Hey, don't know. Just want to celebrate around other people. Right. Yep. He didn't know nothing. He didn't know nothing. He was like, "Oh, I just been doing it for 6 months." He couldn't answer none of my questions. He didn't know what a drill brush was. He didn't. I said steamer. He didn't know about that. What you use? I said, what do you use to shampoo your carpet? Like, what do you do for the seats? What do you do? Do you do this? What do you use? And he couldn't tell me nothing. So I'm like, dude, you washing cars. You washing cars. And I'm not knocking it, man, because I still wash a lot of cars. I still wash a lot of cars. I charge my price. I don't care what nobody say about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here in Mississippi. Uh I looked around at my competition, and I'm not gonna even say my competition. I just looked around at the other people that's doing it around the area, and the prices are close or around about what they're charging. So, I used to, if I looked at my first flyers for just a car wash. All I did was, wipe down the dashboard, wipe everything down. I wasn't removing no stains. I wasn't, going extra aggressive trying to get anything out. Just wiping dust, wiping it out, vacuum, wipe down the door jams, wheel wells, wash the car down, armor all, boom, just hand your car back. Car started at 25. It was like from 25 to about 30. Small SUVs and trucks was like, I think it was at like 35 to like 45, and then SUV, and it was probably cheaper than that. Like I was cheap when I first started. Now I'm doing cars that just for a basic wash. If you look on my website, my basic wash is called a basic detail. I just call it detail because that's what everybody like to say, detail. So I called it detail. It's called a basic detail, but it's just a wash. It's just a wash. If you look at the description, if you look at everything, you don't see no wax, no clean, no nothing. Just wash it, tire dress. Wash it, tire dress, and vacuum inside, wipe everything down. $40 for a car, $50 for a mid-size SUV or truck, 60 for a large SUV or truck, and then I'm gonna add 70 for a large SUV trucks and vans. For extra large SUV trucks and vans, that'd be at 70. And but the top of the year, I'm going up. Car wash basic detail gonna start at 50, and it's gonna go up. But it's working for me. It's working for me. I've gradually raised my prices. I haven't had really nobody. I had maybe a few people to stop dealing with me when I went up, but most of the people they pay whatever I say, you know. And some people on here might think that's cheap. Hey, if that's what you think, that's okay, cool. But it's working for me. I pay all my bills. I got money, I got extra money to take trips and go out of town. And say I bought my wife a car last year. Hey, I think I'm doing good. Exactly. Mostly of their bad judging is jealousy. They would say anything to throw you off track because they're jealous. They know you're going to make some money if you ain't making money now. Yeah, they know it's coming. And see, the thing about it is like people pay attention to you, man. They watch you, they check you out, and just the way you move, your attitude, they know that they see greatness. They can just tell. Even if you have nothing to your name, just the way you carry yourself and the way you move and how you conduct yourself and how people respond to you. And people see that before you even become anything. They see that. And what they try to do is, like Patrick said, they try to stop that by making comments. Hopefully they can find some insecurity there, you know. And like I said, man, like I study people. I study people. Like I don't read books and all that stuff on people and stuff like that, although I may need to start doing it. But I study people, you know. And I study people so much that I kind of got them categorized in certain groups in my head. So like when I see that person that just like to talk, 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 and just talk, 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 talk. They overcompensate for something. That's an instant. When I pay attention to them, I just like there's some insecurity there, and they're trying to talk themselves up. You got the guy that's always trying to prove himself. He's always trying to show what he got and proves himself and all that. It's just a lot, and a lot of it, the majority of it comes from insecurity. A lot of it, you know, a lot of it comes from insecurity when they just got to try to prove themselves. So, I be learning and try to understand that as well. That way, I know how to maneuver around that person, or if I have to deal with a person like that, Well, luckily, the good thing about it is, when you work for yourself, you can choose who you deal with. You can choose who you deal with. And oh my God, that's made my life so much easier because I remember just having to deal with people that I should not even be in their presence. I shouldn't even be around them. And just people like me shouldn't be around people like that. It just don't mix. And it just, something bad gonna happen. I just cannot stand, certain people. And the fact that I don't have to deal with them, oh my God, like you got those certain people that like to everywhere they go they create a problem. Those people, but it's not. It's not their fault. It's always everybody else, but they are always the common denominator. You just pay attention. You pay attention. Everywhere you go, I don't care where it is. It don't matter where it is. It can be at your job, your social life, even here on YouTube. Just pay attention. You got certain people that they're they're always if it's always a situation or some trouble or a problem, it's going to be the same group of people or the same person. It's going to be in the center of it. They always going to be the common denominator. And when you see that, that just lets me know, okay, I'm glad you showed me that. I'm going to stay as far away from you as I can. That's just how I am, and that's why I love it, man. Because I remember seeing those type of people when I had different jobs growing up, seeing those type of people and had to deal with them and it was just like I hated dealing with them. Just the sight of them made me sick. I didn't want to deal with them, but you had to, and I just love it now that I don't have to. I can choose who I deal with. You know, uh, I talk and hang around like-minded people. I got people who we don't all think the same, but we all have the same goals. So we may not agree today, but if that person success is becomes a success, then now I got to rethink that now. Like I didn't agree with it, so now I got to call them up. Like, okay, man, I remember we had this discussion, a year ago. Shit, things seem to be going good. We need to have that conversation again. Like, I need to see what's up, and we get to talking, and my perspective has changed now. So that's the thing, man. I'm gonna get off of here, guys. I've been rambling, but just want you guys to just, like I said, seek to understand, sought out for understand, man. Seek to understand. Don't be so quick to dismiss something that you don't understand or that you don't agree with. You enjoy the rambling, yeah. So I'm getting tired. I'm gonna start talking crazy, but uh, I'll talk to you guys later. We need to. I'm gonna have to start. I haven't heard from that guy about the shirts. Haven't heard from him, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. So it's probably gonna be another design. Or I have the picture. If I can show the guy, if I can maybe take a snapshot of it, screenshot of it, and give it to my guy, see if he can do something with it. But we'll get something going. But everybody who wants to be on the shirts, uh, you can if you want to be, you can be on the shirt, but you won't get a shirt unless you donate. You don't have to donate today. Let me get something going, and let me get some stuff drawn up and have the guy to print me out a shirt or something, so I can show you guys or whatever, and we can go from there. But you guys had sent all your logos to him, and I had a few people to resend me their logo. So everybody that sent that guy logo, I think it was 1804 Media Group, but I don't know what, he must be going through something. But if you want to be on the shirts, you can send it. I'll put whoever who sends me a logo will find a way to get it on the shirt. But you will not receive a shirt unless you donate. If you don't have to donate today, but when you do donate, make sure that you forward the receipt to my email, and make sure you forward the receipt to my email. That way, I know that you donated, and I'll send you a shirt. But here's my email address. Send your logos there, and I will I'm gonna try to get something going. But sorry guys, it took so long. I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to run off with your money because I'm not. Uh, but uh, but I want. Yeah, they send you a receipt. Check your email. They send you a confirmation of something. But I do remember you donating Strong Freak. But they sent check your email. Check your spam folder, something like that. But check your email and make sure that you can find it. But I do remember you sending me one. So you should be good. But check your email and see if you can find it. All right, guys, I'm out. Catch you guys next time. I don't know when I go live. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. That way, when I drop a video, go live. I used to have like a little schedule, but shoot, all this rain things going on, man. I just do it when I can. All right, I catch you guys later, man. I appreciate you, Paul Rhodes. Yeah, I knew it was somebody watching that wasn't saying nothing. See what I told you guys? There's always somebody watching. They ain't saying nothing, but they listening. You know, but I catch you guys later, man. Follow me on my other social media platforms. I hadn't been posting on nothing lately. Uh, Facebook is A&A Professional Services. A&A Professional Services on Facebook. Instagram is AA Professional Services. AA Professional Services. No and just AA Professional Service all ran together. Um, Snapchat, man, I ain't posted Snapchat in months. But Snapchat is AA Professional. AA Professional. So you guys check me out there, okay? Uh, okay, if you look where you just roadside 59, if you look where you just typed in your comment, below there is a dollar, it's like a smiley face and a dollar sign. If you click that dollar sign, you can donate, but you don't have to donate right now. Okay, don't donate. Nobody said no donate. Don't donate today. But I don't have no days I go live, Mike. You just gotta catch me, man. You guys gotta catch me, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna put no specific days because I don't need nobody. I don't want to. Y'all gonna make me. Y'all trying to make me. Y'all trying to make me punch a clock. Tell me what days you gonna go live. Y'all gonna hold me to it. I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving like I'm moving, man. Like move when I want, do what I want. I mean, I'm just loving this life too much, man. Y'all trying to get me. Y'all trying to get me to put a. Y'all trying to get me to punch a clock, man. I can't do it. I'm scared of that. When I see them punching clocks, man, I get scared. Okay, I will. I will. As soon as I get off, man, when I lay down, I'm gonna look at it before I go to bed. I see you, Patrick. But I'm gonna holler at you guys, man. Y'all keep watching. Y'all keep supporting me, man. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm at like almost at 4,700. I think last time I checked, I was like 4,680 something last time I checked. So I'm almost on my way to 4,700. So I think by the end of August, I'll be at 5,000 or sooner. All right, guys. I'll see you later, man. Shouts out to the new wave. Peace.